And hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kaz Has. My name is Kazvon, and today we're going to be checking out Glitchhikers. It is a game by Silverstring Media. It is a game, basically, you don't really do much in it. It's really more of a story game, but it's really cool in the way it presents itself, and also every time you play it is randomly generated, so there's a lot of things here for you to kind of read through and check out. I found it pretty neat. I played through it a couple times. Each time it's been a little bit different. And it's been kind of cool. So it always gives you this little tutorial of the controls you do have. You can change lanes, going to the left or shimmy to the right. As well as every time I load up the game, it seems that the radio station is different, but what actually plays on it is not different. I don't know if that means anything. The way this game talks about certain things, it might have something to do with it, but I really don't. It's really hard to tell. Like, I don't know if there's actually an overall, like, thematically the game talks about, like, life and death and religion and the stars and all sorts of other, like, really heady things and philosophical things, and it's pretty cool. Maybe it's not your bag, that kind of thing, but it's definitely my bag. And looking left and right, we can actually check out our passengers. When we do check out our passengers, they have interesting conversations to tell us.
And that was Pinky's Dream by David Lynch. This is Radio 90, and you're listening to Night Drive. Thanks for joining us tonight. Almost 100 years before Columbus ever sailed to the Americas, a Chinese explorer named Zheng He made 7 naval expeditions, traveling thousands of miles with over 300 ships. When the next emperor came to power, all the ships were destroyed, and the Ming Dynasty entered a period of isolationism that lasted hundreds of years. With that one decision, the fate of the world changed. Let's go on a journey together with our next song, Find Me on a Wheel.
As you can see, the first song was by David Lynch, which, yeah, this game reminds me of a lot of David Lynch movies where it's really up to you to interpret some of the things that happens in it. So hopefully we'll actually pick up a hitchhiker at some point. The few times I've tried it out, the first person to get into your car is always the same. Yep, there she is. So we passed her up, and now she hopped on in. And she's there just hanging out, smoking a joint. And I'll just read this to you. Thanks for the pickup. I was beginning to think it would be hours before I got a lift from something worthy. That's an interesting choice of words. And you can choose what you actually want to say back. I don't think it actually influences... Whoa, I've never seen that happen before. I don't think it actually influences the overall conversation, but it does allow you to have some kind of player agency in the game, which is nice. It's nothing a little drive can't fix. Just to the next rest stop would be great. A good drive can fix a lot. Mind if I smoke? Say, driving is fun. I love driving, it's a lot of fun. Is that a joint? Good old BC Bud. I guess hurling through space at deadly speeds in a tiny metal shell could be fun to some people. Gives you something to think about. They say the journey's more important than, you know, the other thing. Why are you driving? I think this is the decision you make that'll actually change what happens next. So I'm gonna say because I like it, because I've never said that before. I like driving. Well, that's fair, I suppose. Joy is a worthy pursuit. Is that it, though? When I was a kid, we had a cabin out on one of the islands. At night, you could see thousands of stars. It was so bright, you didn't need a flashlight. I gave them all names: Atticus, Caesar, Gardua, and Saul. They fought each other in wars of my making. Alliances formed and were broken. Explosions burst across the sky. I was a god to them. Stars are a light in the darkness. Maybe the darkness is an illusion. My parents pretty much ignored me. Father was too drunk, mother too busy. Yet I still remember those days fondly. Think that says something about me? I usually say yes, I'm gonna say no. No, it doesn't. One day a man came to the grassy spot where I played. He said he was from the stars, and he pleaded for my mercy. I told him it was all make-believe. He just shook his head. Did that really happen? Don't you believe me? Maybe I don't believe myself. I was just a kid. Too bad I was never really a kid. Thanks for the lift. And she's gone. And this is basically how the game continues. You pick up more and more people. The DJ on the radio kind of pops in and gives a little story. And you eventually arrive at the city, and you're given a choice whether to stop by at the city or continue on your drive. The game is about 15 minutes long, and it's pretty cool. I'd recommend if you like things that are...
Well, that was a little different. Ever wonder why the night sky is black, even though there is nowhere you could look that doesn't eventually have a star? Shouldn't it be white? And scientists say the average color of the universe is beige. There are stars above you even in the day, and they are watching. Gravity Well, up next. Keep your eye on the road, and have a lovely drive.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. That's Glitchhiker. I think from this you'll be able to tell if this is the kind of thing for you or not. The music is actually really good. There's a lot of these long periods of you just driving with nobody in your car and you're just kind of relaxing. I think it's meant for you to kind of think about the conversation you just had, and there are actually a lot of pretty heady conversations. There's, like I think I said, there's a lot of conversations about like suicide, God, and stuff. Oh, there's another person. I wonder if this is the same. Yep. Well, well, I have to take this pregnant alien to the hospital. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll check this out. I'll leave a link in the description below for you to check out the game yourself. It is absolutely free. You can also pay $10 for it if you want to give them a little bit of money just for the work they put into this. 'Cause it's pretty nice. But thank you again, and I'll see you next time.